It's the Daily Comedy News with your host, Mark Pyers. Join us for breaking headlines and all kinds of comedy shenanigans. Brought to you by The Beat Seat.
Let's get into the first story of the day. Punxsutawney Phil. What did he see, guys? Apparently we're going to have an early spring. Punxsutawney Phil predicts early spring after waking up to not see a shadow on Groundhog Day. Punxsutawney Phil, perhaps the most famous groundhog. Is there a more famous groundhog? Why is there perhaps in there? Who would be the other more famous groundhog than Punxsutawney Phil? I mean, look, let's hear it.
Punxsutawney Phil, the seer of seers, prognosticator of all prognosticators, was awakened from his wintry nap at dawn on Gobbler's Knob. So gather round and let me be clear.
Let's hear it, buddy.
Atmosphere is a wonderful thing, and we can create our own.
Do we really have
and
to
the
listen to all
weather
this?
it brings.
Look at this guy.
It brings hope
Love a
for the
poet.
future and so much more. Maybe some Punxsutawney Phil write-in votes in 2024.
Ooh, look at this guy, a limerick master. Come
But
on.
what this weather did not provide is a shadow or reason to hide.
Oh my goodness. Guys,
Glad
shadow.
tidings on this Groundhog Day. An early spring is on the way.
Oh, that's an early spring. It's still 6 weeks. Still 6 weeks. Let's just see if there's anything else here we need to know about Punxsutawney Phil. It's located approximately 75 miles northeast of Pittsburgh. It's no man's land, some people call that. During the announcement was overcast with temperatures hovering slightly above freezing in the mid to upper 30s. Still, no matter the weather, this hasn't stopped an estimated 30,000 people from driving to the middle of nowhere to see a stupid freaking groundhog that is going to come out and probably run back into the box. Always, because your dummies are out there with your stupid cameras. Click, click, clickety, click. Oh, look, there's Groundhog Phil. He's like, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm going back in there to sleep. Another year. I'm not coming out. I'm not coming out to next year. I'm going to bite your hand. You come in here. You come in, Punxsutawney Phil. I'm a biter. I'm a biter. Yeah, it's going to be an early spring too, by the way. I'm just letting you know that right now. I'm going back in my cave. Groundhog Cave, the log that you guys bored out for me and then locked me into this, jail cell. Thank you for the jail cell that you've locked me into here, Punxsutawney Phil style. I just wanted to have a day out in the sun. You guys keep me here, locked away in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. You think I want to be caught here in this bum of a place? That guy's got 3 teeth. And you guys are like, put him back in the tree. I got more teeth than that guy. And I've been in a tree for a year, 364 and a half days, 9/10 of a day. I'm out of here for 13 seconds, you pieces of garbage. All you with your dumb cameras taking pictures of me and my teeth. They're beautiful teeth. Been sharpening them in here for a year. Well, you guys are out here doing gosh knows what. Phil, you took my name. I'm going to gnaw your head off. You come near the log. You come near the groundhog log here in Punxsutawney, where they keep me locked away like a savage. I'm a savage Phil. They should change the name from Punxsutawney Phil to Savage as a Mofo Phil. Savage as a Mo-Phil. We're working on that title. I got a year to do it. I got a year to think this one out and come up with a better one for you next year when I come in and I tell you, oh, it's going to be another early spring. What does that mean, Phil? Well, 6 weeks either way. All right? 6 weeks either way. Oh, it just got warmer, but it's still officially spring in 6 weeks from today. All right? Just so you know. So, Punxsutawney Phil in it. They like to keep me under lock and key. It's unfortunate, too, because I'm here. I'm doing the groundhog work. Official groundhog work. Other people are fake, like the most famous groundhog, that guy. Yeah, that most famous groundhog. He's got nothing on Punxsutawney Phil. You should know. They made a movie about me. Bill Murray, he did a good job. When he ate that sponge cake in Mel's Diner, he stuffed it all in his mouth in one fell swoop. Andie MacDowell. She goes, Phil, you're going to have a heart attack. Groundhog Day. I did this yesterday. And then Bill Murray's there with Andie MacDowell. But he ate the sponge cake. Angel food. If you haven't seen the movie, you should go see it. It's one of the best of all time. Phil's predictions have been fairly even over the past decade or so. From 2015 to 2020, the groundhog predicted a longer winter 3 times and an early spring 3 times. But overall, dating back to 1887, he's crap. He's crap. According to the Associated Press, Phil's predicted 6 more weeks of winter more than 100 times. So it's pretty much always going to be 6 more weeks of winter. In fact, Punxsutawney Phil has predicted 6 more weeks of winter 107 times and an early spring only 21 times, with no record of 10 of those years since 1887, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. That's Groundhog Phil right here, guys. Punxsutawney Phil, some people call him. I call him perhaps the most, popular. There is that one other more popular groundhog that you guys know about in Shanghai, China. They call him Guingao. It's just his nickname, but it means Punxsutawney Phil. They steal everything there. There's no such thing as having like licensing. You can't have a patent. You can't trademark in China. So they were like, Punxsutawney Phil, Qingdao, and they win it, and they did it. And now every year at Qingdao, everybody's standing around waiting to pull that stupid groundhog that they have. That one's an idiot groundhog. Dumbest groundhog I've ever seen in my life. He tries to come out, he bangs his head on the back of the log that they cut out and then locked him away for a year. And his poor groundhog runs right back in head first. I think he's got Dane Bramage at this point. Some people wonder. They wonder when they go there. They're like, are we going to see a mentally challenged Bingao, here for Groundhog Day, China style? He is the most popular and most well-known.
Isn't Punxsutawney Phil?
I'm sorry? Oh, no. Punxsutawney Phil's in the second division on that one. Some people know him here in America, but most people know about Guingao, right? You guys know about Guingao. I mean, we're all going. We're taking the road trip. Sometimes when you're getting ready to go with the family and you're trying to figure out which Guingao shirt do I wear, which one? With which, the one before he banged his head 2 years ago or the one after where he's got an eye that's going this way? You got to question it. Guingao, it's the biggest groundhog event in the world. Punxsutawney Phil is just kind of in the... People some people at Guingao are like, hey, you guys going to Punxsutawney to do a Groundhog Day there, the American style? They're like, no, we just did Guingao. We're good. They take everything from us. We started it. And then they're just like, hey, we started it. And everybody, after a while, if they just keep going, we started it. Everybody in China's like, we were the ones. You guys, America's the thieves. Punxsutawney Phil? No, Punxsutawney Shill. That's what they're calling it. Punxsutawney Shill over in China, Guingao. You guys know about it, I got my shirt. I was going to put it on today. I was going to wear the Guingao, but then I was like, no, we're doing Punxsutawney. That's right, I'm in America doing the Punxsutawney Phil. We got to celebrate what we have, a dumb groundhog in a tree that we're going to lock away until next year.
Where should I put the key?
What's that, Jerry? No, Jerry, just, I don't know, put the key anywhere. Worst case, we'll get a locksmith out here. 364 days and 12 hours, 11 hours and 47 minutes. He's got about 13 minutes out. Remember, guys, we can't let him taste too much freedom. No. Punxsutawney Phil, we're going to give him the Guingao style. They only do a 13 seconds of freedom for Guingao. partially because Gwingao just runs right back into the hole in the tree, bangs his nog. The other guy's going that way now. He's got two eyes. They're just nothing's going this way. He can't even see where he is anymore. Now, if next year, it's not like he really is banging, like running into walls anymore on purpose. He's just running into walls. Dude can't see a thing anymore. He's looking up there and over there. Like, it's a weird, it's not even like both this way. It's like one's this way, one's down. So he's got nothing straight. They're thinking about making him a walking stick, so he can just tap along as he goes. Those are just back-end conversations, really, but, anyway. Gwingao, check it out, guys. Get your shirt. It's coming up 2 months from now. Remember, we're taking the road trip. Taking the road trip across the mainland China to get there, because Gwingao's in the middle of freaking nowhere, just like Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. So, guys, in the 10 annual predictions from 2013 to 2022, Punxsutawney Phil has actually been less accurate than flipping a coin with this weather prediction. And yet we keep going back. You know what? Punxsutawney Phil has about the same record as every meteorologist on Earth. I got to give it to you, Phil. Phil, why didn't they give us that stat? Hold on. In the last 10 predictions from 2013 to 2022, Punxsutawney Phil has been even less accurate than flipping a coin. How accurate are meteorologists as opposed to flipping a coin? You couldn't give us that one? I want to know, because now I'm concerned about this comparison you make here and trying to make Punxsutawney Phil seem not as, accurate as he should be. Meteorologists are horribly inaccurate. Every time they say there's going to be a storm, there's no storm. Well, let's go to the store. Got to get the milk, got to get the eggs, got to get the bread, got to get the butter. Anything else you need? Send me a text. Gosh almighty. You think I'm going to remember that list? You guys know. Anyway, look. 10 predictions. 2013 to 2022. They've all been crap. But again, you're talking about meteorologists who are all crap. No offense. If you're a meteorologist out there, what's your record? I'll wait. 37%. You're good, dude. And you got tracking. You got those satellites, helium satellites up all over that aren't moving, but they're up above, and they're there just shooting down information to you, and still you're at 37. I think that's still better than the president.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and turn on all notifications. I'm live at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's effect a positive change one person at a time.